Howdy. So how does the world like to portray females? Well, they're caring, loving, sweet, nurturing, smart, strong, and can do anything. And this is nothing new. If you look in your own history, if you're old enough, or look in past history, females have always been portrayed as this. They are good and righteous. Society and the white knights have been promoting this for many years. Go back quite a few years and look at some of the sitcoms. You had the female, the man, their children in a house. They were married, and the man was walking around with his knuckles dragging on the ground. He was just a dumb man. But the female got him out of so many troubles. She was just so damn clever and had everything organized, and the man was just dopey. Of course, we watched them and we laughed along with them because we are good-natured like that. We can have a laugh at ourselves. But the narrative was being pushed then too, wasn't it? Because it really couldn't be further from the truth. And there's so much social media out there and information about it, you can hardly escape the truth, can you? Females are failing in many, many things. Blaming other people, but actually they're failing themselves. A lot of females just can't be bothered with the act anymore and just basically act themselves. And they hardly come across as sugar and spice and everything nice, do they? And they could never really exist very well without their white knights. Unfortunately, white knights still exist, but not so many. And some of them are thinking, when are they going to be thrown onto the trash heap? You know, females kind of remind me of a tornado. You know, when it goes through somewhere and the devastation left behind. And who usually fixes all the devastation left behind? Men do. That's who. So males out there, when you think you have to protect this female's honor or be a white knight, think twice about it. Because you're really not helping them, really. You're just helping them perpetuate the lies. And they will never face up to reality so that they can take responsibility for their actions. If you take a real closer look at the way females are nowadays, they're not doing nowhere near as well as they say they are. They are failing so badly that not even the media and the white knights can protect them from the worldly gaze. I mean, the reality is, females aren't winning, they're losing. And males had nothing to do with it. They did it all themselves. If you think back 20, 30 years ago, a female's life was so much better then. Look at the state of them now. In reality, they haven't gained anything. In fact, they've lost so many things that they better be careful. Otherwise, it will be a equality world. Thank God now I'm just on the sidelines, watching. I can't really begin to think what it would be like for a young man amongst it all, in all that confusion and all that mess. But for a lot of young men out there, they're seeing through the mess and the haze, and they're seeing females for what they really are, and the jig is up for a lot of females. And it's not the females that are throwing the men on the rubbish dump again, it's the men throwing the women on them, and that is the best thing that can happen. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And the reality is that females weren't the victims. It was usually the men. Truth and freedom is a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Who's that then? I don't know. Must be a king. Why? He hasn't got shit all over him.